In the heart of a quiet gallery, tucked away from the bustling streets, hangs a captivating portrait from 1911. This artwork draws viewers in with its charm, portraying a young boy seated comfortably against a muted background. The color palette is soft and warm, featuring gentle hues of browns, yellows, and greens that evoke a sense of nostalgia and innocence. Each brushstroke seems to breathe life into the canvas, capturing a fleeting moment in time. If you enjoy this video, please like the video and subscribe for more, and tell me where you are watching from today. I always find it awesome to see where all my viewers are watching from. Let's get back to the video. The boy's attire is modest, yet thoughtfully crafted. He wears a classic shirt with an elegant collar over which a simple vest rests. His trousers, slightly rumpled, hint at the playful activities he indulges in outside the world of adult expectations. The fabric of his clothing appears textured, as if you could almost reach out and touch it. This detail invites viewers to connect with him, feeling the warmth of his clothing and the softness of the fabric. What truly captivates about this portrait is not merely the boy's attire, but rather the expression etched on his face. His eyes are bright and filled with wonder, sparkling as if they hold secrets only he knows. He gazes slightly upward, the light catching the corners of his eyes, which are alive with a mix of curiosity and joy. His mouth is curved into a subtle smile, hinting at a delightful discovery or an unspoken thought. What grabs attention even more is his hands. They are outstretched gently before him, cradling something invisible to the rest of us. It seems as though he is holding an object that only he can see, a treasure from his imagination. This moment captures a blend of innocence and creativity. It feels as if he is inviting the observer to share in his secret wonder. An air of mystery surrounds the boy. What is it that has captured his attention so completely? Is it a fragile butterfly fluttering just within reach? Or perhaps an imaginary friend whispered into existence through daydreams? The possibilities swirl around the viewer's mind like a soft breeze, encouraging curiosity and further exploration. The background of the portrait adds depth to this enchanting scene. Soft brushstrokes create a dreamy ambiance that doesn't pull focus, but rather accentuates the boy's energy and spirit. This background is filled with muted tones that blend softly together, allowing the boy to be the star without distractions. By keeping the backdrop understated, the artist emphasizes the importance of the boy's gaze and what lies in his hands. As one stands before this painting, it becomes evident that it encapsulates more than just an individual child. It represents every child's ability to dream and imagine. The artist skillfully portrays how children often see more than what meets the eye, and how their worlds are brimming with unseen adventures. The expression on this boy's face speaks to every observer's own childhood memories. Moments spent playing in backyards or exploring hidden corners of imagination. It prompts us to reflect on times we too may have held something invisible, yet immensely significant. A game made out of clouds, or an escape into fantasy lands where anything is possible. This portrait invites us into a dialogue with the past. Through its colors and techniques, it bridges generations, reminding us of shared experiences rooted in playfulness and curiosity. We find ourselves drawn not just to admire the boy, but also to rediscover the beauty of imagination that resides within each one of us. The artist's choice of colors plays an essential role in setting the mood. The warm tones reflect comfort and safety, attributes often associated with childhood. The use of light gently highlights the boy's features, creating a sense of warmth that envelops him like a hug from a loved one. This effect draws viewers into his world as though we are sitting beside him, sharing this precious moment together. As we consider this 1911 portrait, we recognize that it speaks volumes about childhood experience. It showcases how children are masters at creating their own joys through imagination, a skill sometimes dulled by age and responsibilities. Looking closely at this portrait allows us a glimpse back into those whimsical days when everything seemed possible. In grappling with what he holds in his hands, one can't help but feel a profound sense of connection across time and space. The bond formed through similar experiences of wonderment, no matter how many years have passed since this moment was painted. It tells us that while things may change around us, styles, social norms, even technology, the core essence of childhood remains timeless. Standing before this portrait brings forth questions about our own journeys into imagination. When was the last time we let ourselves believe in something wonderful? Have we held on to that sense of magic in our lives? The painting acts as a bridge to reconnect with those feelings, a call to embrace creativity in everyday life. Every glance at this boy's sparkling eyes serves as a reminder that we each possess untamed dreams waiting for our attention. He encourages us to pause, reflect on our own invisible treasures, and remember that sometimes joy comes from what lies just beyond our sight. The secrets held within our hearts and minds. As we take one last look at this remarkable painting, we can feel gratitude towards both the artist for preserving this moment and the boy for inviting us into his world. In this lively 1911 portrait, Waiting in Stillness, we find not only a snapshot of history, but also an enduring celebration of imagination, a precious gift that flourishes within all generations. The invisible object in the boy's hands adds an air of mystery to the portrait, prompting viewers to consider what unique ideas or feelings he may be experiencing. While the rest of the world sees nothing, his expression suggests he cradles something extraordinary, perhaps a treasured memory, a cherished dream, or an entirely imaginary companion that only he can perceive. This space between visible reality and hidden imagination creates a bridge for audiences to reconnect with their own childhood wonders. Curiosity swirls around what this unseen object could be. Could it be a delicate fairy dancing just out of view? Or maybe a fleeting thought that has taken on a life of its own? This ambiguity invites each viewer to project their own experiences onto the boy's expression. As adults, we often lose touch with such vibrant imaginings. Yet this portrait serves as a gentle reminder of the creativity that once flowed freely through our thoughts. The boy's eyes sparkle with the kind of joy that comes from pure fantasy, a testament to the power of a child's mind. In a way, he embodies that special moment when imagination and reality blend seamlessly together. It's a time when things like clouds could become castles, and shadows might house the most fearsome dragons, all of which are real in the heart of a child. The invisible nature of what he holds compels us to think back on our own lives, moments where our imaginations ran wild and where our surroundings transformed into a playground for dreams. The boy's gentle grip suggests he is not just holding on to air, but is instead enveloped in a protective embrace over something vital to him. This instinctive action emphasizes the importance he places on this unseen treasure. It evokes feelings of nostalgia, urging adults to remember times they may have spent creating elaborate stories or engaging in spirited games with invisible friends. As children, we often believe in things that do not require proof. Our imaginations fill in the gaps, allowing us to explore limitless worlds. This dynamic also raises questions about isolation and connection in childhood. While others look on without understanding what the boy perceives, he is fully immersed in a world crafted by his mind. The notion that he alone can see this object adds a layer of poignancy to the painting. It speaks to the complex emotional landscape of childhood, where vulnerability and creativity coexist. While children often feel solitary in their imaginations, they are also forging bonds with their creations, a blend of playfulness and intimacy that remains unrecognized by the outside world. While adults might view such imaginative play as mere fantasy, it serves essential developmental purposes for children. It fosters creativity, nurtures problem-solving skills, and provides an escape from reality when needed. The boy engaging with something only he can see represents the freedom found in imaginative play, a realm where responsibility and rules fade away, leaving behind pure exploration. The invisible object serves as both a source of joy and mystery, capturing a blissful moment where anything seems possible. Each observer stands before the boy, drawn into his experience while contemplating their hidden dreams and desires. Those personal treasures that they might still keep close to their hearts but seldom speak about. Emotion bubbles beneath the surface as the boy's presence encourages viewers not only to examine their past, but also to revisit long-buried aspirations. As adults, it's easy to dismiss these innocent imaginings as childish whims. Yet this portrait challenges us to reconsider such perceptions and embrace the ideas symbolized by the boy's invisible treasure. It whispers encouragement that creativity knows no bounds, teaching us that we can reclaim those playful aspects of ourselves if we only dare to believe again. What if this invisible object represents something achievable? Perhaps a goal that requires courage, but seems daunting from afar. Does it represent an idea waiting for exploration? Or does it symbolize unspoken dreams, just waiting for someone to give them voice? The ambiguity surrounding the object amplifies its significance. It becomes a reflection of hope, wonder, and endless potential. The energy pulsating from this moment, captured in 1911, sparks contemplation about what it means to find delight in things unseen. This joyous energy holds value like gems buried beneath layers of earth, waiting eagerly to be unearthed. As viewers linger before the painting, they feel an urge to inspect their hearts courageously, to discover untapped wells of inspiration they might have long forgotten. Each interaction with this portrait becomes a personal journey. It presents an opportunity for self-reflection while inviting individuals to engage with their own creativity and imagination anew. Who knows what treasures might still lie hidden within? By drawing inspiration from the boy's vivid experience, one may find themselves inspired once again, reigniting passion and longing for unexplored adventures waiting patiently at their doorstep. As they release old doubts and rekindle beliefs nurtured since childhood, observers witness the birth of renewed storytelling, where visions can soar freely once more among clouds painted with radiant colors of possibility shimmering bright against any impending darkness life may present. In this dance between reality and imagination lies true beauty, the reminder that while age transitions bring responsibilities, wishing belongs solely within each heart's domain, hopeful enough to nurture blooms against odds, quietly sustained endlessly. Vital transcending barriers clung fast, unwavering, capturing magic unsung, reigniting radiance untouched over time. Freely soaring, gathering sparkles, nestled instantly, flickering brightly, illuminating paths, unfolding whispers shared. All echoing myriad precious moments shared whether intimately known. Held tenderly, nurtured alongside hearts brave paired together, entwined eternally. In 1911, the world was undergoing significant transformation. For children, this year marked a unique time when imagination flourished against the backdrop of rapid industrial change and cultural shifts. As cities expanded and families moved away from rural life, children's experiences began to shift in ways that sparked both creativity and challenges. Many children in 1911 found themselves navigating bustling urban environments filled with noise and activity. Streets were often crowded with horse-drawn carriages, emerging automobiles, and vendors hawking their goods. Amidst this chaos, children developed their own worlds through imaginative play, taking inspiration from the vibrant life around them. They found adventure in alleyways and parks, creating fantasy realms that contrasted with their everyday realities. For those living in more rural areas, life was different but no less inspiring. Children spent their days exploring fields and forests, letting their imaginations take flight as they climbed trees and played hide-and-seek among wildflowers. Nature provided a playground for them, allowing for creativity to blossom freely. The simple joy of building forts from fallen branches or pretending to be explorers, discovering uncharted territories, fueled friendships and offered respite from chores or family obligations. Despite this sense of freedom, many children faced the harsh realities of life in 1911. Depending on their social status, some worked alongside their parents in factories or farms, often experiencing long hours and difficult conditions. Though this experience may have stifled creativity for some, it also engendered resilience among working-class children. They developed coping mechanisms through their imaginations, transforming tiring routines into playful adventures in their minds, becoming knights on quests or artists in grand galleries. At the same time, societal attitudes were beginning to change regarding childhood itself. Schools were increasingly seen not just as places for learning letters and numbers, but also as environments fostering creativity and self-expression. Progressive educators acknowledged the importance of play and exploration for healthy development. Classrooms started to incorporate art and storytelling as integral parts of the curriculum, encouraging children to engage with material actively rather than passively. This nurturing environment allowed creativity to flourish further. Students learned that their ideas held value. In this historical context, literature emerged as an influential catalyst for sparking the imaginations of young readers. Stories written during this period resonated deeply with the desires of children yearning for adventure and magic. Books like The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett or Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie unveiled fantastical worlds rich with potential, encouraging youngsters to explore realms filled with possibility. Reading became a beloved pastime shared by families gathered together, igniting discussions about characters and narratives that expanded young minds. Toys also played an important role in stimulating imagination during this era. Simple items like dolls, toy trains, and marbles provided mediums through which children could craft elaborate scenarios or embark on imaginary escapades. They engaged in cooperative play that fostered relationships between peers while providing opportunities to practice problem-solving skills within these shared adventures. Indeed, imaginative play during 1911 was not merely a charming distraction from reality. It was essential for emotional growth and development as well. Through storytelling and creative games, children learned how to empathize with others, navigate social dynamics, and confront challenges posed by the world around them. As we reflect on what life was like for children in 1911, we cannot ignore the growing awareness surrounding child labor practices that would soon catalyze reform movements advocating for youth rights. Increasingly, adults recognized that imagination was vital not simply for individual escape, but also for community vitality. Discussions centered on the importance of nurturing young minds and providing environments conducive to creative exploration reinforced perspectives on childhood as a cherished phase of human experience deserving protection. The concept of childhood itself was still evolving in 1911. Children were recognized for having unique needs that set them apart from adults. As debates surrounding education and labor laws intensified, many began advocating for a childhood characterized by discovery rather than obligation, supporting an age when imagination could thrive, unfettered from constraints imposed by the claims of adulthood. Simultaneously rife with conflict, yet illuminated by wonder. 1911 proved to be a period where dreams intermingled seamlessly with quickly shifting social landscapes, shaping futures never before envisioned. Realize expressive capacities defined primarily children, guided by desires, hopeful underlying connections, meeting radical shifts, ridges straddling broader horizons, endless possibilities, fluttered promising futures, awaiting opportunists, ready to venture forth combinations, imagined entwined, vast abysses, arguments, craving willing explorers, deriving belief bravery find journeys, taking surprises coupled alongside blank pages, waiting imprint mark, testimony drawn forth, playful brave jubilees, reflecting unity, woven rhythm, beats traversing embrace spanning distances, celebrating diversity, marrying wonderlight, invigorate memoirs, adorned threads, rekindling nostalgia, sharing journeys, instincts, interconnect ventures, beckoning offering promise, unfolding pathways, leading fulfillment, calling. Recognize heroism, echoing joy. Ultimately, captured moments, inviting vibrant innocence, embraced decidedly with willful courage, forged stronger spirits offer glimpses, finer balances, reignite spark, unveiling expansive treasures lodged, thoughtfully inside sparkling clarity, revealing pathways bursting alive, uplifting lives, intertwined, recognizing essences celebrate abound. Despite storms approached around clients, gifted desires lead rise, urging inwardly, expressing confirming destinies, defining hopes replete, permeating eternally flourishes, brightened inhabiting spaces, coursing harmonies whisper, quietly, cast reflections, permeated all ages, desire cast aside burdens, questioning stern shadows surround thought, lost dreamers return. Fully returning storytellers alike, physical footprints danced multitudes, dreamers underneath unlit cottages, illuminating, revealing undeterred warm radiance. Blend leap forth, proceeded awakening color. Wander freely beyond playground bounds, promising exaltation, unified complementary weaving. Timeless, dear visitors, bearing witness legacy transcends, encouraging origins, inviting joyful affirmation. Visionary wander coming endlessly, you will arrive together. Imagination plays a crucial role in children's development, allowing them to create unseen worlds and objects that help them understand and navigate their surroundings. This instinctive ability to dream, invent, and explore is especially evident in the portrait of the young boy from 1911. The invisible object he holds invites contemplation about the rich inner landscapes children inhabit, often filled with fantastical beings and adventures that exist solely in their minds. For many children, imagination serves as a powerful tool for making sense of the world around them. Through the act of play, they construct elaborate narratives that reflect their experiences, emotions, and desires. When faced with the complexities of life, whether it be changes in family dynamics, new environments, or societal pressures, they turn to their imagination as a means of coping. Creating unseen realms where everything makes sense allows them to process feelings and situations they may not yet fully understand. Consider a child playing in a park. To an adult observer, it may appear as if they are simply running around or interacting with other children. However, through their eyes, the park transforms into a magical kingdom, filled with knights, dragons, and hidden treasures waiting to be uncovered. The swings become enchanted flying machines. The trees turn into castles where brave heroes embark on quests. This imaginative play enables children to express fears and aspirations while providing them with a sense of control over their environment. Imaginative play often provides essential comfort during times of uncertainty or stress. For instance, a child whose family has recently moved might feel lost or anxious in their new surroundings. By creating imaginary friends who accompany them on adventures, or by building fortresses out of pillows that protect against imagined threats, they regain feelings of safety and agency. These acts are not merely frivolous. They are vital expressions of resilience that foster emotional well-being. Moreover, when children invent stories or characters that only exist within their minds, they engage in cognitive processes that enhance their creativity and problem-solving skills. They learn to think divergently as they consider multiple possibilities for how a story might unfold or how various objects can become part of an adventure. These exercises stimulate neural connections that are critical for cognitive development, allowing them to approach problems later in life with flexibility and innovation. In many ways, imagination acts as an invisible thread connecting children to each other as well. During playtime with peers, they share ideas about what worlds they want to create together or negotiate roles within those stories. Who will be the hero versus who will be the villain? These shared experiences deepen bonds among friends, while also teaching negotiation skills and collaborative thinking. As we reflect on this aspect of childhood development through the lens of our portrait from 1911, we see how the boy cradling something unseen represents not only his individual journey into imaginative realms, but also symbolizes universal experiences shared across generations. That invisible object becomes emblematic of the dreams every child carries. The hopes for adventure, friendship, and happiness wrapped up within fantasies waiting patiently for discovery. However, societal factors can sometimes stifle this imaginative exploration. In 1911, amidst rapid industrialization, children often faced pressures from adult expectations. Long working hours or rigorous school systems began encroaching on free time meant for play. Such constraints can diminish opportunities for creativity to flourish as children become more focused on fulfilling responsibilities rather than nurturing their dreams. In this context, it becomes vital for parents and educators alike to recognize the importance of preserving spaces where imagination is allowed to thrive, unimpeded by external demands. Encouraging creative expression through storytelling sessions at home or art projects at school fosters environments where children feel empowered to explore freely without judgment. As adults witness childlike wonder unfold before them, a simple glance at this portrait can evoke nostalgia for those rich worlds once inhabited. It serves also as a reminder that imagination should never wane into adulthood, despite real-world responsibilities drawing nearer each day. Reconnecting with these childhood fantasies offers adults profound insights into nurturing creativity within themselves as well. After all, the magic found tucked away behind folded pages awaits rediscovery. This call to action invites everyone. Parents encouraging imaginative playtime with their kids, teachers integrating arts into curricula to foster environments rich with opportunities for exploration beyond textbooks alone. Art classes cultivating creative expression alongside science labs igniting curiosity, blending facts and rich stories woven together, culminate beautifully, uniting vibrant spirits, reawakening laughter, echoing joy through vivid storytelling. Alive, filling hearts deeply cherished, illuminating paths, lighting brightly places once hidden. Ultimately, recognizing value nurtured inherently through imagination unveils depths reaching far beyond mere escape. It catalyzes meaningful connections amid shared experiences, woven intricately forming community bonds, bringing people together, embracing diversity enriched by individual uniqueness, while celebrating universal truths found everywhere, each cherished moment. Embracing these journeys alongside one another allows us rediscover deeper understandings encompassing who we are. Collectively linked, affirming existence, driven curiosity, passion crafting. future endeavors filled warmth, radiating brilliance, illuminating lives, brightly transcending boundaries, freeing spirits, soaring high, carried forward, unfurling magnificent dreams, weaving tapestries, immense wonder envisioned. So let us honor this precious gift bestowed upon every child. The innate ability to dream boldly amidst realities, live daily, inviting all along paths explored, celebrate joyfully seeking treasures forever unseen, amplifying voices, echoing brilliantly, resounding eternally intertwined destinies, allowing light shine brightly, hearts united, finding strength drawn forth, facing tomorrow's challenges, met with hope, courageously seeking wonders, awaiting discovery. As we gaze at the 1911 portrait of the young boy, we are immediately drawn in by the emotions radiating from his bright eyes and expressive posture. The artist has meticulously captured a fleeting moment of innocence and wonder, allowing us to peer into the heart of a child who is completely absorbed in his own world of imagination. This portrayal evokes nostalgia in viewers, prompting reflections on their own childhood experiences filled with similar feelings. The boy's eyes sparkle with curiosity and excitement, suggesting he is on the brink of an adventure. They seem to hold secrets and dreams that only he can unlock. His wide-eyed gaze invites us to explore alongside him, as if he is seeing something magical that exists just beyond our perception. This connection to his emotions speaks to the universal experience of childhood, where every day is a chance for new discoveries and boundless possibilities. His posture further enhances the sense of wonder in the portrait. The way he extends his hands forward, cradling something invisible, illustrates both openness and eagerness. It feels as if he is not just holding an unseen object, but also welcoming us into his imaginative realm. This gesture creates an inviting atmosphere, encouraging viewers to contemplate what it might be like to embrace the same sense of possibility that fills his heart. The boy stands tall, embodying confidence and joy, reminiscent of the way children fearlessly explore their surroundings, without hesitation. Additionally, there is an inherent contrast between his innocence and the realities of the world around him during this time. Life in 1911 was often filled with challenges for children. Yet this portrait encapsulates a moment where those burdens fade into the background. The focus on the boy's expression allows us to forget the complexities of life as we immerse ourselves in his joy and wonder. It serves as a reminder that amidst societal trials, there exists a pure and unfiltered delight in simply being a child. This emotional depth extends beyond just the boy. It encourages us to tap into our own feelings of innocence and imagination, long buried beneath the weight of adulthood. The vibrant expression on his face compels us to reflect on how we once saw the world, filled with endless possibilities and whimsical adventures. It calls forth memories of our own moments spent dreaming, exploring, and creating fantastical narratives that made life feel richer and more meaningful. Moreover, this emotional resonance highlights the importance of nurturing these feelings within children today. As observers, we can recognize the value found in allowing young ones to embrace their imaginations fully. When children are encouraged to explore their emotions through play, just as this boy does, they develop not only creativity, but also emotional intelligence. They learn to express themselves, process their feelings, and interact with others empathetically. This portrait serves as a call to action for parents and educators alike, to foster environments where such emotional exploration is celebrated rather than stifled. In contemplating what the invisible object might symbolize for the boy, perhaps a cherished dream or a source of comfort, we gain insight into how children use their imaginations to navigate their feelings and experiences. By embracing their fantasies, they work through real-life situations, fears, and hopes in ways that help them make sense of an often confusing world. As we continue to examine the intricacies of this portrait, it becomes clear that it is more than just a representation of a child. It captures an entire world of emotions swirling around him. The soft colors and gentle background serve to enhance this emotional landscape, creating an ambiance that feels warm and inviting. It allows us to step closer into his experience, bridging the gap between viewer and subject. The boy's expression also communicates a profound sense of wonderment that resonates across generations. Each observer sees not only a child lost in thought, but also a reflection of their own past innocence, a universal connection that transcends time. In this way, the portrait fosters a shared understanding of what it means to dream freely and experience life with an open heart. Ultimately, this 1911 portrait stands as a tribute to childhood itself, a celebration of innocence and joy that invites viewers to reconnect with their inner child. In this fast-paced world filled with distractions and responsibilities, it urges us to pause for a moment, reflecting on simpler times filled with imagination and wonder. By cherishing these emotions and encouraging children to embrace their creativity, we can help cultivate a future where dreams flourish and wonder is ever present. As we admire the portrait, let it ignite within us a desire to create spaces, both for ourselves and for the younger generations, where imagination can run wild, where dreams take flight, and where emotional exploration is embraced as an essential part of growing up. In doing so, we honor not only the boy in this painting, but all children everywhere who dare to dream big amidst life's complexities. By nurturing these moments of innocence and joy, we ensure that wonder remains alive in every heart, lighting paths toward limitless possibilities waiting just beyond our reach. The 1911 portrait of the young boy expertly employs various artistic techniques that enhance its depth and focus, effectively drawing viewers into the boy's world. The artist's mastery in using light, color, and composition creates an atmosphere that feels both intimate and expansive, allowing us to engage with the boy's emotions and imagination. One of the most striking elements of the portrait is the use of light to illuminate the boy's face. The gentle play of light highlights his bright eyes and rosy cheeks, creating a sense of warmth and vitality. This technique not only captures his innocence, but also emphasizes the wonder he feels while engaged with his invisible treasure. The light seems to glow around him, lending a dreamlike quality that invites viewers to share in his magical moment. This illumination serves to draw direct attention to his facial features, inviting us to explore the emotions swirling within his gaze. Color plays a vital role in enhancing the portrait's overall mood as well. The artist utilizes a soft, muted palette dominated by warm tones, such as gentle browns, yellows, and greens, creating a serene backdrop that contrasts beautifully with the boy's vibrant expression. These colors evoke feelings of nostalgia and comfort, reminding us of sunlit afternoons spent in nature or the embrace of childhood wonder. The harmonious color scheme draws our eyes toward the boy, while instilling a sense of tranquility that complements his imaginative engagement with whatever he holds. The background of the portrait is intentionally understated, allowing the boy to remain the focal point. Soft brushstrokes create a gentle blur around him, emphasizing his clarity against a more abstract environment. This technique enhances the feeling that he exists within a world purely shaped by his imagination. By minimizing distractions in the background, the artist skillfully invites viewers to concentrate on the boy's expression and actions, suggesting that his invisible object is truly extraordinary and worthy of exploration. Additionally, The composition of the portrait plays into its emotional impact. The boy's outstretched hands, cradling the unseen object, create a dynamic line that leads our eyes toward him, accentuating both his eagerness and openness to share his experience. This posture embodies childlike confidence and curiosity. A slight tilt of his head further enhances this sense of engagement, suggesting that he is fully immersed in his imaginative realm. The careful arrangement ensures our gaze remains focused on his interaction with the invisible treasure, while encouraging us to consider what he might be experiencing. Another notable technique employed is the soft detailing in the boy's features. While remaining true to realism, the artist infuses a sense of gentleness into every line and contour of his face. The delicate brushwork surrounding his eyes captures the sparkle of imagination flickering within them. It conveys raw emotion without being overly dramatic. Each stroke contributes to a tender depiction of childhood, where vulnerability meets boundless possibilities. Furthermore, the size and placement of the boy within the portrait enhance our emotional connection to him. He occupies a central position, asserting both importance and presence in this frame. His slightly upward gaze implies aspirations and dreams, reaching beyond what can be seen, captivating viewers and inviting them into an expansive narrative that transcends the confines of reality. It feels as though we, as spectators, are being beckoned into his imaginative world along with him. The artist's choice to leave the object invisible serves as a powerful technique in itself. By omitting details about what exactly the boy is holding, viewers are prompted to engage their imaginations. What could it be? A long-lost toy from childhood? A glimpse into a fantastical adventure yet to unfold? This creative choice not only adds layers of intrigue, but also fosters personal connections. Each viewer may interpret this object through their own experiences and memories, enriching their engagement with the artwork. As we reflect on these artistic techniques, it becomes clear that they work cohesively to create a portrait that transcends mere representation. Through light, color, composition, and detail, the artist captures not only a physical likeness, but also an emotional resonance that invites deeper contemplation about childhood innocence and imagination. This portrait stands as a testament to the power of art, a reminder that within each stroke lies an opportunity for connection across time and space. Indeed, this 1911 portrait does more than portray a child at play. It encapsulates a rich tapestry woven from emotion and imagination that resonates with audiences far beyond its canvas. Each element skillfully contributes to our understanding of who this boy is at that moment. An embodiment of dreams, fantasies, and endless potential waiting to unfold. In celebrating these artistic choices, we recognize how they elevate this portrait into something profoundly meaningful. A visual narrative intertwining individual experiences with universal themes of childhood wonderment. It encourages us not only to appreciate the beauty before us, but also to reconnect with our own inner child, reminding us of simpler times filled with hope, joy, and imagination that continue to shape our lives today. As we immerse ourselves in this artwork and its intricate details, let us take a moment to reflect on what it means to nurture creativity in the lives of children today. In doing so, we honor not only this captivating portrait, but also every child who dares to dream big amidst life's complexities. Each one holding their own invisible treasures, waiting patiently for discovery. As we explore the 1911 portrait of the young boy holding something invisible, it is fascinating to consider how viewers from different generations have reacted to this artwork over the years. Each observer brings their own experiences and perspectives shaped by the social, cultural, and personal landscapes of their time. This dynamic interplay allows the portrait to resonate deeply across decades as it captures universal themes of innocence, imagination, and the joys of childhood. For those who first encountered the painting shortly after its creation, the context of early 20th century life heavily influenced their interpretations. Children during this era faced a world undergoing rapid change, with industrialization transforming communities and daily routines. Many viewers saw in the boy's bright expression and playful posture a reflection of their own childhood experiences filled with dreams and adventure amid the complexities of societal shifts. The portrait offered them a momentary escape, a reminder of simpler times when imagination reigned supreme. As society evolved through the decades, so too did reactions to the portrait. The rise of modern psychology in the mid-20th century introduced new ways to understand childhood development and creativity. Viewers began to appreciate the emotional depth portrayed in the boy's gaze and posture as reflective of not only individual experience, but also broader psychological truths about childhood resilience and growth. In this light, adults often found themselves looking back on their personal journeys, how their own imaginative play had shaped their identities and coping mechanisms. In recent years, as society has become more attuned to discussions around mental health and emotional well-being, reactions to this portrait have taken on even greater significance. Contemporary viewers recognize that nurturing a child's imagination is critical for fostering emotional intelligence and resilience. As parents or educators admiring the painting today, they may reflect on the importance of cultivating environments where children feel free to explore their creativity without judgment or limitation. They see in the boy's innocent wonder a call to action, to encourage imaginative play in today's structured world filled with technology and distractions. Moreover, this timeless portrait invites viewers to engage in conversations about generational differences in childhood experiences. For example, older generations might connect with the boy's portrayal as an embodiment of their own formative years spent outdoors, climbing trees, building forts, or creating imaginary worlds with friends far removed from today's digital engagements. In contrast, younger generations may interpret the invisible object as a metaphor for uncharted territory, the wonders waiting just beyond screens and routines they navigate daily. The shared experience evoked by this painting serves as a bridge across ages. Many viewers have conveyed how looking at this portrait reignites fond memories from their own childhoods, moments where creativity flourished despite societal expectations. They reminisce about times spent daydreaming under expansive skies or inventing elaborate tales that seemed almost real. Such reflections highlight how deeply interconnected we are through our shared human experience of imagination. Furthermore, art serves as an essential medium for fostering empathy and understanding among diverse groups. As people gather around this portrait, discussing its meaning and evoking personal stories tied to their imaginative lives, connections are forged that span beyond individual backgrounds. This profound interaction illustrates how art can unite people by touching upon shared emotions, even when life experiences differ greatly. Another significant aspect is how this portrait has been utilized in educational settings over time. Teachers have often turned to it as a tool for inspiring students' creative thinking, encouraging them to express their thoughts about what the invisible object might be, or to share stories inspired by the image. Through these discussions, students develop not only their artistic skills, but also build confidence in expressing ideas while learning from one another's perspectives. In summary, viewer reactions to the 1911 portrait of the young boy reveal a rich tapestry woven from personal memories intertwined with societal changes across generations. Each interpretation enhances our understanding of childhood's importance, while celebrating creativity's role in shaping who we are as individuals and communities. As we continue to appreciate this remarkable work of art, let us acknowledge how it invites us all, regardless of age or background, to reflect on our imaginative journeys while reminding us that within every child lies an extraordinary universe waiting patiently for exploration. By fostering spaces where dreams take precedence over deadlines, we honor not just this painting, but every child who dares to envision fantastical worlds full of possibilities. Ultimately, engaging with this portrait encourages us to nurture creativity within ourselves and those around us, ensuring that wonder remains alive across generations as we collectively navigate life's complexities together. In doing so, we create connections rooted in shared experiences that honor both our pasts and futures. The dreams we once held dear, now inviting others along paths paved with hope. As we conclude our exploration of the 1911 portrait capturing the young boy holding something invisible, we are prompted to reflect deeply on our own childhood imaginations and how they continue to shape our perceptions of reality as adults. The portrait serves not just as a beautiful artwork, but as a reminder of the boundless creativity that exists within each of us, waiting to be embraced and expressed. Think back to your own childhood for a moment. What worlds did you create in your mind? Did you embark on grand adventures with imaginary friends, transform ordinary objects into magical artifacts, or build castles from blankets in your living room? Childhood is inherently filled with moments where imagination reigns supreme, where we were free to explore, dream, and construct our unique narratives without the constraints often imposed by adulthood. In those formative years, imagination allowed us to make sense of the world around us. It helped us navigate complex emotions, understand relationships with peers and family, and find joy even in mundane circumstances. Whether it was pretending to be superheroes saving the day, or explorers charting unknown territories in our backyards, creativity provided an outlet for expression that enriched our lives profoundly. Yet, as we grow older and take on new responsibilities, it's easy for us to put aside those playful aspects of ourselves. The demands of life, work obligations, societal expectations, and daily routines often overshadow the creative instincts that once guided us. We may begin to view imagination as something reserved only for children or artists, rather than recognizing it as an integral part of human experience that continues throughout life. This portrait invites us to reconsider that notion. The boy's bright expression and engaged posture remind us of the endless wonders that lie within our creativity. By holding on to that invisible object, a symbol of his dreams, we are encouraged to reflect on what treasures we have hidden away in our hearts and minds. What ideas have we left untapped? What imaginative adventures await if we dare to engage with them again? Creativity shapes not only how we perceive ourselves, but also influences how we approach challenges and connect with others. In a world increasingly reliant on technology and structured environments, making space for imaginative play remains essential. When we allow ourselves the freedom to dream, whether through art, writing, music, or simple storytelling, we open doors that lead us toward personal growth and deeper understanding. Moreover, nurturing creativity fosters emotional resilience, a critical skill in navigating life's ups and downs. Engaging with our imaginations helps us cope with stress and uncertainty. It encourages innovative thinking in problem-solving situations. When children are given room to explore their thoughts creatively, they develop confidence in their abilities while learning valuable lessons about empathy and collaboration. As adults reflecting on this painting's impact, We also begin to understand how important it is for parents and educators alike to preserve spaces where children's imaginations can thrive, unimpeded by constraints. Encouraging imaginative play allows children not only to engage deeply with their environments, but also helps them cultivate skills essential for future endeavors. In this busy modern age filled with screens and distractions vying for attention at every turn, taking time out for imaginative pursuits becomes increasingly vital. Whether it's encouraging a child's creative storytelling or embracing art projects as outlets for self-expression, these moments strengthen connections among family members while reaffirming the magic found within shared experiences. Let this portrait serve as a catalyst for self-reflection, not just about what we've lost from childhood, but about what we can reclaim moving forward. Each one of us possesses an extraordinary universe filled with dreams, waiting patiently for discovery. It's never too late to reconnect with that joyful spirit. So let's honor this timeless piece of art by reawakening curiosity within ourselves. Let it inspire both introspection about past fantasies while motivating action today. Taking small steps towards prioritizing creative exploration within daily lives. Embarking on new journeys nurtured by imagination, sparked anew. Invite wonder back into existence. Create art that speaks volumes. Write stories rich in color. Dance like no one is watching. Immerse in activities allowing joy flow freely. Reconnect with simple pleasures where laughter dances alongside enthusiasm, reminding every heart holding magnificent dreams still alive. Thriving beautifully interwoven into wide-open spaces, waiting just beyond reach. In doing so, not only do we cherish this exquisite portrait, but also honor every child who dares dream boldly amidst life's complexities, including ourselves. Through nurturing such wondrous journeys united together, create connections rooted firmly in shared transcendental experiences, reminding all life's true essence flows effortlessly when imagination leads paths illuminated brightly toward limitless possibilities ahead.